I had no idea it's been going on for this long. Generic intro in the Dr. Guzman here, back with another Nostalgia Critic video. Today we're doing the top 11 South Park episodes, which is going to be interesting because, of course, I've never seen South Park, which surprises 0% of you. But the reason I'm doing this is because last week I did I think the top 11 Simpsons episode, which is the video right down there. You can check my reaction to that video. I'll leave right up there. Also, link down below in the description. I'm also going to place my channel with all my other Nostalgia Critic reactions going in chronological order. Of course, I had never seen The Simpsons either. That all started because I reacted to his review of the Simpsons movie, which I haven't seen, and then people told me to watch his video on the episodes, which I haven't seen, and you all really enjoyed that video, and people were saying they did one for the South Park, and that'd be really, really cool. I actually went as a South Park character last Halloween. I was Kenny. Yes, my name is Kyle, but I went as Kenny from South Park with other friends. Out of my group of friends, I didn't get to be Kyle from South Park, even though my name is Kyle. Just absolutely hilarious, but this video should be interesting. Shout out to Patreon because they get the videos there. Laden have a paywall on the channel. I believe this is the 97th Nostalgia Critic video, I think. So I think June 5th will be the 100th Nostalgia Critic reaction I have done. I've already submitted a cameo to Doug Walker, paid extra to list off all the things I have never seen, and he's just gonna absolutely roast me into oblivion. I'm gonna do a reaction to that itself, but I'll probably after the Nostalgia Critic, the 100th video, which will be Battlefield Earth. Long intro, let's go ahead and jump into top 11 South Park episodes. Alright, so, if you skip the intro, I have never seen South Park. Surprises none of you. I went as Kenny for Halloween last year. Yes, my name is Kyle. I didn't get to be Kyle out of the group. There was somebody else in the group got to be Kyle. Also, if there's a charity shout out at the end of this video, whatever this video makes in the first day of ad revenue, I will donate to that charity shout out at the start of next week's video, because obviously I don't know how much this video is going to make when I'm recording it.
Hello, Nostalgia Critic. I remember it, so you don't have to.
I remember nothing, apparently. He's going to roast me to oblivion.
So I haven't done a top 11 list in a while.
Be on the lookout for the Battlefield Earth reaction. I got a cameo. It's already submitted. It was expensive, but it's going to charity. I paid extra. Yeah, how dare you have an opinion on the internet?
My top 11 favorite South Park episodes.
Me uploads anything. SAO Bridge is out. You should react to this, you should react to this, you should react to this, you should react to this.
Just gonna tell you right
I read
now,
every comment.
there's a very strong chance that I will not have your favorite South Park episode on this list. And you know what? Who can blame me?
I don't have one.
Fucking South Park! And that's really quite an accomplishment. With most shows people love, fans can usually pick their top 15.
Was that Towley? I have a pair of shoes that are the Towleys. The eyes, like, are UV reactive, so they get high.
And with them making their way up to their 17th season,
17th?
they show no sign of
wow.
getting less clever,
This was
less
years ago.
raunchy, and most importantly, less funny. They always know what subject to tackle, how to tackle it, and
I
how
know
to
the
get
Canadians
biggest
have,
laugh.
like, their head cut
But
in half.
inevitably,
Oh, yep.
we have to ask which ones are the best. Which ones stand out with the best jokes, best parodies, or even best messages. They're tough to sort out, but I think
I had no idea it's been going on for this long.
Favorite. Why top 11? Because I like to go one step beyond. So,
I remember
sit
asking
back
that,
and
somebody
enjoy
told
the
me.
top 11 best South Park episodes.
Cause I'm the bitch, she's a big fat bitch, she's the biggest bitch in the whole wide world. She's a stupid bitch, and everyone's a bitch, she's a bitch to all the boys and girls. Have you ever met my bitch, cause mom, she's the biggest bitch
What?
in the whole
What is this song? This song is just screaming to be demonetized.
Number 11.
What?
Christian hard rock.
Christian
With the internet growing in
hard rock?
popularity, there were still so many questions about what was ethical and what wasn't. What was harmful
that-
stealing and what was innocent fun. And this
Was that
episode exposed a lot of
Hanukkah?
the overhyped bullshit for what it was. The boys start their own band,
Moop.
then decide to get online music for inspiration. Little did they know, though, that they were tapping into the worst crime humanity could possibly perform.
Copyright
At
infringement?
least, that's what the poor, starving musicians who already made millions of dollars say.
Here you see the loving family of Master P. Next
Master
week is
P.
his son's birthday, and all he's ever wanted is an island in French Polynesia.
So, he's gonna get it, right?
I see an island.
Oh,
without an
because
We're
how
sorry.
corrupt the
Never
music
tell
corporation is.
again.
The boys are so blown away at what a terrible crime this is that they decide to stop playing in protest to protect their music. and become symbols for other big-name artists who decide
Is
not
that a
to.
Ferrari
Never
F40?
realizing that Cartman, who has started his own fake Christian rock band,
Faith plus
which turns
one.
out is very easy. All you do is replace the word girl and a love song with God, is making tons of money because
Holy
there's no one
crap,
else
is
to
he
listen
right?
to, forcing him to become a success while the other boys sit and do nothing, leading them to sum up the position of any artist perfectly.
But why play if we're not gonna make millions of dollars?
Because that's what real artists do. People are always gonna find a way to copy our music and swap it for free. If we're real musicians, then we should just play
Well,
and swap
Ed
it so
Sheeran
that
just
people
won
will
that
listen.
copyright
Besides,
case
maybe our
with
songs would have
Marvin
gotten
Gaye,
downloaded for free.
or his
But if they were
estate,
good
or
songs,
wasn't even Marvin
people
Gaye's
still
estate, it
would
was
have
somebody
bought tickets
else's,
to see our band in concert. We're not striking anymore. Who's with us?
which is good because it was
We're just
complete
about the
BS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
This episode not only has great commentary, but it's another example of keeping your eye off the prize and doing what
God,
you
is
love
it? There's
simply
like a
because you love doing
huge,
it. And with poorly
like-
written bill after poorly written bill trying to get passed in Congress to show the evils of the internet. I
huh?
think this is an argument that won't be going away anytime soon.
It still
It's
hasn't gone
another great
away.
reminder to artists that if you're doing it for the money, you're doing it for the wrong reason.
True.
Man must learn to think of these horrible outcomes before he acts selfishly, or else recording artists will be forever doomed to a life of only semi-luxury.
Semi-luxury.
Number 10.
Okay, this song is just begging to be copyright.
Britney's new look.
Like, not copyright,
The
but
boys are shocked at how much attention Britney Spears
demonetized.
is getting in the media,
Okay,
interrupting political debates, important news stories, and sucking
Camping
every common
in
person's
South Park.
attention. And the news about her is not really that interesting either.
I was a little
She
too
just
young
does
to
something
understand
stupid that in
the
no way
whole
affects the
Britney
world, but
thing.
the world, for some reason,
I remember
thinks
it.
that it does. And they hunt her down, trying to exploit what a pathetic blood-sucking creature she is, never realizing
In the
that they
Mercedes.
themselves are turning into the pathetic blood-sucking creatures. Even after she pushes herself to the limit, shooting herself, people still
Kurt
want to
Cobain.
be in on the shit that
Wait, how is she
nobody
still
should
alive?
care about. It talks about the obsession with celebrities our society has. But South Park asks the important question, who the fuck cares? There's no doubt that people love bullshit, but this episode says, for the love of God, get a fucking life and stop thinking how you can live through others. It's like that show, TMZ. You know, the worst humanity has ever put on in the history of the human race. So terrible that I hate getting a clip to show you because I feel like getting the footage is giving them a fraction of support, and that makes me feel like the devil. That fucking bad.
is
Yet
TMZ
people
still on,
watch
isn't it?
them like they're saying something important when all they're doing is praying somebody will blow their brains out to preserve whatever measly shreds of journalistic decency they have left.
Jesus.
Jeez.
This episode exploits that showing when... Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go on a little longer. Fuck this show! If you're actually dumb
wait,
enough
really?
to watch past the first 2 seconds without realizing it's sucking whatever intelligence you had, then you deserve your
Well,
purgatory of rubbing tabloids on your genitalia, thinking you're getting laid and claiming to others that you know how the world works when really you're just crying your virgin ass to sleep every night while eating your Dorito and Captain Crunch sandwiches. No, seriously.
Okay.
You stab God every time you see this show. You rape a kitten every time you don't
What?
turn the channel. Fuck this show! Not a fan. This
It has
episode
to still be on,
displays
though.
A lot of similar issues that were
Oh,
also
God,
brought
is
up in
that-
Race to the Bar. And while that was a great episode, I felt this one did the obsession with horseshit not only first, but better. For whatever reason, there will always be a crowd for this stupid stuff. And as long as there is, this episode will always hold relevance. Unlike some other pieces of shit. Seriously,
TMZ.
whoever's watching it, sleep with something. For your own good. Number 9.
Okay, I didn't realize he cared that much about
Satire often
TMZ.
shows the flaws of human nature, but once in a while it can get its humor
Wait,
from the
wait.
idea that maybe
Being
we've
canceled?
been doing better than we thought. Like, we've actually been holding up when given the circumstances we're put in. And this episode plays around with that idea.
Ooh.
Sort of. It starts off eerily similar to the very first episode. In fact, it's exact.
Wait, till the
That
very
wasn't a dream,
first?
Cartman. Those were visitors. No, it was just a dream. My mom said so. Visitors are real. They...
What do you mean?
Wait a
What?
minute. This has all happened before. Yeah.
That was a...
Does seem really familiar.
But
What?
then they realize they're reliving the same events as
Aw.
before and discover that the aliens who implanted the satellite in him from the first episode have returned. This, of course, raises the
How
question,
many...
why
What's
was
been the
satellite
difference
there to
between...
begin
Yeah,
with?
why?
Well, it turns out Earth is part of an intergalactic reality show. The idea revolving around what happens when various people and animals all live on one planet.
Our
Wait,
planet
what?
is just a reality TV show?
Oh
you
my
don't think
God.
the whole universe works the way Earth does, do you? No! One species, one planet. There's a planet of deer, a planet of Asians, and so
What?
on.
Why
We
would
put
you-
them all
what?
together
That's
on
it?
Earth, and the whole universe tunes in to watch the fun.
This immediately creates conflict, violence, drama, which of course equals entertainment.
Of course.
But the problem is
So they're
people
just
are
stirring the
suddenly
pot.
not aware of its existence. So because of the fear of it not being as fun anymore, the show is in danger of being canceled,
Which
resulting in
is
Earth's
gonna
destruction.
yeah.
So the boys had to convince the aliens that mankind is still violent, still crazy, and still has the need to
What?
keep
They're like
world peace as
giraffe
far away from them as
elephants.
possible. So they can be renewed for another season, and the Earth doesn't have to be destroyed. They had to promote the worst of humanity in order to save the best of humanity. Not only is it a great callback to the first episode, but it's also both the most
So wait, he got abducted by aliens in the first episode?
You can imagine, turning the mere act of existing into a form of business and entertainment. This episode shows clearly not only what's good TV, but what keeps it good TV.
I'm sure you'll see that if you give our world time, it will become even more outrageous and violent.
Number 8. Chinpokomon. Let's
To
face
what?
it, whether you love Pokemon or just didn't fucking
I
understand
did
it, there
the
was no
Pokemon
known
Emerald
impact
randomizer
it
does
was
like
having.
today.
Kids everywhere became obsessed.
And we're starting back
making
over
the
this
anime style
Wednesday.
bigger than it had ever been in the past. So this is Trey and Matt's very adult outsider look on the phenomenon. And as someone who's going into college by the time this shit became popular and didn't follow it at all,
God,
I can
I
guarantee
was
it got
a lot
most
younger.
people's reaction to it.
Now you can collect them all. Furry cat, donkey trunk, penguin, shoe,
Shoe.
leopard. Collect them all and you can become Royal Crown Chimpoko Master.
Chipoko. What?
So, through trying to understand the show and
So does
why
everybody
it's
drive a
so damn
station
weak,
wagon?
the parents discover a plot from the Japanese to brainwash all of America's kids,
Into
forming
what?
an army to conquer the world.
Oh,
This
okay.
not only mocked the intense fandom of children at the time, but also how diabolical marketing can be. And that with
That's
the
true.
right combination of crazy-ass ideas can form an empire of epic proportions. Even to world domination, apparently. Just
Yeah.
look at this subtle propaganda.
Subtle.
I have to buy one a ticket. I got to buy.
This Saturday and Sunday, you can't wait to go.
It was just
Oh,
a
so you're
great
telling me to
what
buy
the
something.
fuck reaction
No.
to all the adults trying to understand what their kids are watching. And that as much as we like to push good, intelligent programming on them, kids are always gonna like something stupid too.
Hey,
It's
if they
just
bought
the way
Pokemon
it
cards back then and held on to them, they'd be worth a fortune now.
Then I will fight the evil power that will reveal itself once all the Chinpokomon are collected. Oh.
No kidding, you can't have these chicken tenders because they are mine and I keep mine to myself.
It was great seeing the oddness of children's
Okay,
anime
he was
shows
missing
being
an
marked so
uwu, but
well.
okay.
But this would of course raise the question, what about adult anime? Well, join me in number 7.
Adult anime? You say number 7, which I guess is the next one.
Number
What
7.
is the next one? It's adult anime.
Good Times with Weapons. For as much as
What?
they mocked kids
Wait,
anime,
I'm sorry.
it's fairly
Was that,
obvious
like-
the writers of the show
Oh,
must
God.
enjoy good adult anime as well. In this episode,
They're
the boys
based
come
off of,
across
like,
a
fighting
series
game
of
characters.
weapons and pretend that they're ninjas, but not just any ninjas, anime ninjas. And the best
I don't even know if
thing
they're
is we
anime.
don't
They literally
see it
look like
an
they're from a
outsider point of view
video
like we do
game.
with Pokemon. We see it from the children's point of view.
Which is
Everything found
sick.
in traditional anime is here. The badass designs, the over-the-top storylines, even the karaoke songs with bad English dubbing. A lot
Wait,
of
is that
the humor
actually
comes
the
from
song?
fact
Oh
that
my
it's
God.
taking a simple story about kids playing and turning it into a grand battle. So the comedy lies in how over-the-top and epic they're making their childish dilemmas. And nobody does over-the-top and epic like anime. It's a loving send-up with lots of laughs and a perfect satire of a very popular art form.
We'd love to hang out, guys, but we have important secret work to do. Yes, the life of a ninja is complex and full of peril.
It even has a funny little jab at the end about violence in the media versus sex in the media. And it wraps
That's
up
true.
all these ends really nicely. But hell, we all know that wasn't the best part. The
was
best
the
part
best
was
part?
just watching them make fun of what we enjoy. But still in a loving way. What else
Remember
can
when
say, but
people get bullied for watching
let's
anime?
fighting love. Let's fighting love. Let's fighting love.
Who are they based off of? I feel like they're based off of characters.
Number 6. Make love, not Warcraft.
Is this a
At the
World of
height the
Warcraft?
online role-playing
Never
game
played
craze,
it,
South Park
obviously.
took a look at one of the most popular, if not the most popular RPG ever.
Remember when it was like the most popular game in the world? I'm pretty sure it was.
Become instantly hooked. The only downside is there's one player out there who has spent God knows how many hours building up his experience points, making him the most powerful character in the game.
Oh, so
allowing
it's
him to
Kirito
kill
from
and
SAO
bully
Abridged.
whoever he
Got it.
wants. This
Hey, did you know
pisses
there's
off
a new
the boys
episode?
to no end. So they decide they want to get
Well,
revenge.
read hundreds
The only
of
way
comments
to do
about that.
it is to build up their experience points. So
Uh-huh.
the boys decide to sacrifice all their social life to become the mightiest fighters online
Uh-huh.
and the most pathetic human waste in reality. Much like Good Times with Weapons, a lot of the humor comes from how epically large our heroes can make something so not epically large. I mean, they can
'Cause
be
they're kids,
fighting online,
right?
but when you get down to it, they're just sitting at a fucking computer screen.
Uh-huh.
And we always get constant reminders seeing all our badass-looking characters still have the voices of little kids.
Oh, dude. I just took the biggest
Did they-
crap. Dude, we've been waiting
Did
for
they
that.
actually, like,
I'm sorry, I had to
record
take it
that
down.
in-game?
Another great thing about this episode is
Or
that
something?
so much of it is done in CG and actually acquired the help of Blizzard Entertainment,
Oh, wow.
the company that created Warcraft. Again,
I didn't know
like Good
Blizzard
Times
actually
with
made
Weapons, though,
Warcraft.
The episode
Okay.
mocks the material as well as its fans, but also shows the appreciation
big spider,
for it
or
too.
scorpion.
It acknowledges why the game is so popular and how it can become so addictive. It just shows what happens when the addiction can go too far.
Whoever this person is, he has played World of Warcraft nearly every hour of every day for the past year and a half.
How do you
We
sleep?
are dealing with someone here who has
Oh.
absolutely no life.
I've seen the
How
memes
do
of
you
stuff like
kill
that.
That which has no life.
But it still shows it as fun.
Bro has
And
never
even though
touched
people
grass.
can take it to ridiculous extremes, there's still something very enjoyable about it.
Dad, how did you get that?
No time. Just take it.
Oh,
Here.
Sounds like a trap.
How do you hand something from one player to another?
Bring up your inventory screen. Control I.
Control I. What?
So again, we have sort of a loving
Oh, is that his dad?
Obviously taking
Okay.
a few punches here and there.
I don't have a World of Warcraft account, do you? No, I have a life.
I have a.
Still enjoying the fact that something
The
so mundane
stabs,
can be turned into
dude.
such a huge adventure. It has a perfect understanding of the
They're
fans,
not
the
really
material, and even the
afraid of
idea
making
behind the
people
material.
mad.
Hey, if
Maybe
even
they
Blizzard
weren't.
can acknowledge how funny it is, it must be doing something right.
No! I don't want him to start over at the graveyard! No!
Oh. Okay.
God, damn it!
Remember, it's a video game. You do have fun.
Number 5,
Oh, God,
Passion
this.
of the Jew. Definitely a classic. The
This is
best
Prince
look
of
at
Egypt?
Mel Gibson's controversial
Oh.
film, The Passion of the Christ. Some people may forget, but this film was one of the most talked about movies for a couple years.
Why?
And South Park decided to throw in their 2 cents as well.
Do you know how many
All the
times I
boys
got
go to
called
see the film based on how
a
everybody's
Jew
been talking
in
about
middle
it,
school because
and
my
each
name is
one has
Kyle?
a different reaction.
A lot.
Kyle sees it as a guilt trip because of his Jewish heritage.
A
Carmen
lot.
sees it as a chance to control brainwashed extremists. And Stan and Kenny just see it as,
Well then.
well, a bad film.
That wasn't a movie, that was a snuff film.
Which I give a lot of credit for, seeing how this is the following joke.
This is about being able to hold bad filmmakers responsible. This is just like when we got our money back for basketball.
They try to
Ba-
go to Mel
basketball
Gibson
or
himself
basketball?
to try and get their money back.
Oh.
But their fears of
Why-
Gibson
why
being
isn't Mel
crazy
Gibson-
teen,
Mel Gibson
obsessed
was that-
sadomasochists are sadly confirmed. In fact, overly confirmed.
I guess now
That's
you're
too
gonna
far.
start torturing me. Ah! Oh, my nipples are so tender. Don't squeeze them
Is-
anymore.
Dude,
He's not even being voiced by Mel Gibson, is he? But they're
It
using
addressed
his
every
face.
issue that people talked
How?
about with the film. Anti-Semitism, Jewish guilt, the overuse of violence, religious extremes, focus of faith, and just how batshit insane Mel Gibson is.
I didn't know
before
he
it
was
commonly
insane.
known today.
Oh,
It seems
I
like this
never knew
episode
that he
trying
was.
to do what
Why are they
most
marching?
of their episodes tried to do. Mock over-the-top extremists by using, ironically, over-the-top extremes. But their extremes served as a mirror to all the other.
Mm-hmm. And that's
influences,
him, I think, in
saying,
what,
hey,
Braveheart
if you're
with the
gonna
blue
preach
face
something,
paint?
make
Never
sure
seen
it's something
Braveheart.
That's good. Or, as
I think
they
I knew
say,
that
You
from,
wanna
oh,
be
Epic
Christian,
Rap
that's
Out of
cool,
History.
but you
That's
should
it.
follow what Jesus taught instead of how he got killed. Focusing on how he got killed is what people did in the Dark Ages, and it ends up with really bad results.
That about sums it up. Because when you get down to it, they don't attack how people represent religion and faith. They attack how people declare a movie represents religion and faith.
Wait.
And how that's
They
just as
turned the
much
movie
bullshit
theater
as
into
it
a
sounds.
church?
And this episode called it out. Whatever your thoughts, whatever your beliefs, make sure you're following good ethics for good reasons.
And not
You
Mel
would all love
Gibson.
to torture me, wouldn't you?
He's not quite as eloquent as I had pictured.
Only 4 more to go, and we'll get to them right after these ads.
Oh.
So, keep an eye out for this one.
This Saturday and Sunday.
Oh. You would buy.
I don't trust it.
Yeah, shouldn't trust it. Yeah. But those who makes the first save this charity shout out, I'll donate it to that charity. But I also got a cameo coming up. I already got the cameo. I already submitted. I used basically what people said in the comments. The things that would bother him the most.
Episodes is 1. Fuck it, I'm doing it anyway. Let's move on to number 4.
He is going to...
Number 4.
He's gonna have a meltdown. I'm gonna react to
The
it
Coon
the first
Trilogy.
time, and then I'm also gonna put it in
Yeah, even though
the video,
Coon
my
made a few
100th
appearances
reaction
before,
to
you all
nostalgic
know which
videos.
episodes I'm talking.
This is 97,
The
I believe.
Cthulhu episodes.
So that's
right, This is a
Cthulhu.
three-parter with episodes Coon 2 Hindsight, Mysterion Rises, and Coon vs. Coon and Friends. They're split into threes and for good reason. So much happens that it needs to be split into three, but they still flow perfectly as one. The trilogy starts with Cartman as a superhero character.
Is it like
called the Coon,
is it special?
being
He might have
thrown
said it
out
was
as
special. I might have
superhero
missed
group
that.
Coon and Friends because, well, he's Cartman and he's a pain in the ass. But as luck would have it, a BP drill goes AWOL again and
DP?
accidentally unleashes Cthulhu. But don't worry, they apologize for it.
Oh,
Sorry.
we didn't.
We're sorry.
Yeah, we didn't mean to unleash Cthulhu.
Sorry.
Cartman takes his chance to befriend Cthulhu
Yeah, that's really
and
how
take
that
his
is.
revenge out on his friends. While that's happening, there's epic drama going on with one of the team members, Mysterion, trying to discover his origin. There's also great appearances from characters like Captain Hindsight, Professor Chaos, and of course, Mint Berry Crunch.
Are these supposed to be based off of people or
Where
something?
do I begin with this episode?
I feel like they're supposed to be
Not
based off
only
of
does
like
it
other.
satirize everything from comic
heroes.
books to anime to current events to fucking Chuck Jones cartoons.
Who's
but it
Chuck
surprisingly
Jones?
also stands on its own as a very good story, at least from a comedic standpoint. There's good twists, mysteries, and reveals all throughout the 3 episodes, even down to which kid is playing
owl?
which superhero. Even that gets a huge laugh. And sometimes,
I'm sorry,
as
was
with
that a kite?
Mysterion,
Also,
it
there's
ties
knives
into the
around.
story. The exposition at
It-
the end
Timmy
about one of the
is the one in the
characters'
wheelchair,
background
right?
is so funny and so unexpected.
I remember
It's
Timmy Hill, the
impossible
race
not
car
to laugh
driver.
your
His
ass off.
laptop has
The way it can
Timmy
act so large when such silly,
in a
ridiculous
wheelchair on
stuff
it.
is going on.
I remember
It's
that.
an epic comedy marvel. It blends styles and mixes genres to create its own little epic. I know many people would probably prefer the Imagination Land saga, and yeah, that was pretty funny too. But this one seemed to
Okay,
have a
but
more
that
defined
looks like
look
something
with
out of
harsher shadows
Foster's
and
Home for Imaginary
and
Friends.
also, in my opinion, just funnier jokes and more character. Out of all the really big
Why does
action-packed
Cthulhu have a shirt?
episodes they've ever
And
done,
who made
this
that
one
shirt?
not only seemed the biggest, but the best put together. It had action, it had drama, it had questions, it had answers. It left everybody satisfied. The one very important question remains.
Is
Why the hell isn't there a Mint Berry Crunch cereal? Seriously, it advertises itself. Can we get a Kickstarter for this?
I don't know. That's actually a good question. You know, they turn anything like they made shoes for South Park. Like they're South Park
Woodland
shoes.
Critters Christmas. I actually talked about this on my top 11 Christmas specials
Oh,
of all
God.
time list, so I won't talk.
Oh
in
yeah, I
too
didn't
much
include
detail.
that. I've never seen Bambi in
Partly
the South
because so
Critic
much of
thing.
the humor does rely on how many twists and
Ugh.
turns it
Okay.
throws at you.
I did kind of
The
say
special centers
anything
around
like
Stan,
Mulan
who one
or
Christmas comes across a series of
Prince of
tiny
Egypt and
animals
stuff like
called
that. I've
Woodland
never seen.
Critters.
So
They're
The Little
excited
Mermaid.
because Porcupiney the Porcupine, isn't that a great name, is giving birth to the Lord and Savior. And honestly, I should just stop right there. If I was to talk any more about the story, it would give away great reveal after great reveal.
What do you mean great
Needless
reveal?
to say,
About
Every
what?
single one of them gets a huge laugh. It's not just a great satire of Christmas specials. God, even that music seems to sum up every Christmas song ever made.
It's
Once a year, it's Christmas time, and it has
why does it sound like Bo Burnham?
It's once a year at Christmas time.
It sounds like a Bo Burnham song, honestly.
We hear about how Christmas only comes once a year.
Do y'all hear that
But
owl?
as stories go, this one is probably the best written. There are so many surprises around every corner, and
So it's-
each of them
the-
gets
okay.
funnier than the last. And every single time you think they're done with the comedic payoffs, they always have at least 5 other ready for you. And
Nice.
they all tie in to make an absolutely perfect episode. I know I'm being really vague about it, but trust me, if you've seen this episode,
I
you'll know
haven't.
what I'm talking about. When you hear South Park does a Christmas
I wish he said,
special,
like, what
this
year
is
these
just
came
the
out,
kind
just
of
to, like,
stuff that would
give us an
pop in your
idea.
head. Shocking, dark, in bad taste, but also so unbelievably funny. Again, I'm sorry I can't go into more detail like I did the other ones, especially seeing how it's so high up on the list. But I really do believe that the reveal of the humor is that good.
I wonder how many people
And I simply
dislike
don't want to
the
ruin it.
video just because
It's
his
one of my
opinion
favorite
isn't the same
Christmas
as
specials
theirs,
for that very
which is
reason, and I think it's
insane
some
to
of
me.
South Park's greatest writing.
Did you know Christmas happens once a year? Oh my god.
Number 2.
I
All about Mormons. I think it's safe to say the creators
What?
of South Park have a fascination with Mormons. But
Do
given the way
they?
they explain it and make jokes about it, you can kind of see why.
Oh,
In this episode,
boy.
a family of Mormons move into the neighborhood. At first, they're outcasts because everyone thinks they're gonna try and force their beliefs down their throats. As the town's preparing for a fight, the Mormons are preparing for dinner.
Mormons are something
not
else.
only do they not want to fight back, but they constantly invite people over for dinner. And
Why?
it's not any religious agenda or anything. They're just nice.
Really?
I'm going over to his house for dinner tonight.
You kicked Mr. Harrison's ass?
We're having their family over for dinner tomorrow night.
See, that's what happened to me.
They talk politely, they tell stories, they're a better family than most of the families in town. And the episode is pretty much the village's confusion
why
of
it's
how
so funny.
such kind people can come from a religion that's, well, according to South Park, something like this.
Jesus lived here in America?
Yes, eventually my people were all killed by the other tribe of Israel. And as punishment, God turned their skin red. These are the Native Americans you know today.
What?
This episode
I don't
is
know
one of the
much about
best for
Mormons.
2 reasons.
I know about
One,
soaking,
if
I
you've
know
ever known
BYU.
a Mormon, you know they
In
are
Utah.
unusually nice and ethical and not angry and just pleasant. Oh, I'm sure there's some asshole Mormons out there, but I haven't met them yet. I haven't even met a person who met a Mormon who was an asshole yet.
I
So their
don't even know if I've met a
Mormon
Mormon.
is not only funny, but kind of dead on.
Probably
The
have.
second thing that makes this episode one of the best is that it still takes its shots at the Mormon religion.
Of
But that
course, no
still
one's safe in
doesn't
South
get
Park,
in the
I'm
way of
guessing.
their message, being that if a religion doesn't spread hate, produces good people, and hurts no one, who cares what the hell they think? In my opinion, I don't even think this needs to be called All About Mormons. It could be called All About Religion.
And
No
just
matter
use
what
Mormons
the
as the
faith,
example.
If it seems to spread good without
Or
harming a
that-
soul,
that-
there's
as a
good in it.
good example
as
of
much
it.
As the episode does mock the Mormon religion, it also surprisingly teaches tolerance in its own unique South Park.
Why is he
Heck,
digging
Stan's
holes?
father wants to become a Mormon because he just wants to figure out how he can be as nice and complete as that family is.
Aw.
And it all comes from just being pleasant. And you know what? In a show that can be so harsh
Okay,
and mean-spirited,
how many people are gonna
sometimes,
sit on that
it's
chair?
good
It
to
might have
know
been a
that even
couch.
the
It was a
creators
small
can
couch.
Still see the value in just straight up being nice, even in the face of being mocked for it. And in the end, the Mormon kid is actually seen as the badass because he didn't change for anything.
Fair.
He just stayed himself because that's what he liked. In a time
What
where
is number
religion
one
can
gonna
still
be?
so complicated and so controversial, this episode understands that sometimes the simplest answer can very well be the best.
Who's up for a water balloon fight?
Oh.
And now for my number one.
Do you have any runner-ups, or are those afterwards? Yep. The comments? Yep. They're ready.
Keep an open mind.
No. I could not tell you a name of any South Park episode that wasn't shown in this one.
Osama bin Laden has farty pants. Hold it!
What is the title of that?
Let me explain the reason why I think this is the best episode.
Is it because of the title?
It's not the funniest episode. It's not the smartest episode.
Then why is it number
It's not
one?
even the best written episode.
Then what's the best?
But it came at a time when America
Needed to laugh.
needed South Park.
Is this like right after
It had
2001?
been 3 months since the previous South Park episode, and in that time, not only did 9/11 happen, but a series of anthrax attacks that was being sent through the mail was putting the
I remember
country in a
hearing
state
about that.
of absolute fear. Security tightened everywhere. Our country.
That's
was
why
on the
every
brink
single
of
time
war.
I go
America
through
was
TSA, they pat me down every
Nobody knew how
time.
or what to fear.
Every time.
So when the news that South Park was going to return to TV was announced, a
Return
lot
to
of
TV?
people were wondering, what are they gonna do? What could they do?
What do you mean return to
Would it
TV?
be
Why
a
did they go off
touching
TV? Was it
episode,
like
an in-depth
were they
episode?
in between
What side
seasons?
would they pick? What issues were they going to tackle? What the hell was South Park
Wait,
going
so
to
they
do?
made Osama bin Laden a
Literally,
character in South Park
first frame
3 months
set
after
them
9/11?
Remember when life used to be simple and cool?
Yeah.
Not really.
This is what we needed. We needed a good laugh at the entire thing, and we needed it to be done by South Park. The episode shows the overly secure
Did they
and
get
paranoid America
punished for that?
waving
It's not
flags
Pez
everywhere
dispenser.
for support and hiding in their homes, feeding their fear by watching the news. Through a misunderstanding, the boys are forced to send $1 each to Afghanistan kids as part of a charity program.
$1.
They in return send a goat. They don't want the goat though and wish to return it via plane, but end up getting caught in the flight.
Oh, okay,
Through
and then they go
per
to
usual strange
Afghanistan.
series of events, the boys end up discovering Osama bin Laden. And the rest of the show is just making him look like the most pathetic ass.
You know he saw it. I'm pretty sure he played Animal Crossing.
It was as over-the-top, raunchy, silly, and
I'm pretty
cartoony
sure
as
they
have
went through
ever
like
been
his
in the
computer hard drive and found like a bunch of games, and like there was Animal Crossing.
Oh,
Nice.
I got him!
Everybody.
Yeah, it was a
talking
while
about
before
it
that
the next
happened.
day. Did you see that
Was
episode?
it
of South
2011
Park?
when that
Wasn't it
happened? I wasn't
hilarious?
sure.
That was just what I needed.
I remember hearing the
God, I'm glad
news,
they're still so
like
funny.
when
There have been
when
jokes
news
made
broke.
about
There's
the
also
state
a
of our country before this episode,
a baseball game
satires
going
and
on when the news
commentaries,
broke.
But this was the one that
If you want to see
Americans
what
needed.
when word starts to spread,
Unapologetic,
there's a whole lot of
not worrying
documentaries about it. It's really
who they
cool.
offended, just trying to make people laugh. It was just the right jokes at just the right time, delivered by just the right people. Giuliani showed us we needed to be strong. Letterman showed us we needed to cry. South Park showed us we needed to laugh.
Fair.
I'm not gonna say it changed everything or erased all.
Also, is
our
that
fears
a
we had
Bradley in the
before,
background on
but
fire?
A good comedian knows the
Very
power
unlikely of a
laughing,
Bradley.
How important it is. It not only makes you feel good, but it can help you out through some of the darkest moments.
It's 69
of your
degrees
life.
outside.
And in one of America's
Nice.
darkest moments, this helped a great deal. It helped us in only the strange ways South Park can help us. By not backing down to anything and just doing what they thought
I'm sorry,
was
is that a
funny.
car
And
being
whether it
pulled
was
by a
huge
horse or a
roar
donkey?
the tiniest little chuckle, everybody felt their spirits raise a little bit after seeing this episode. It's the best episode because
Not
it's
where
the
Osama
only
bin Laden
episode
is.
That reminds us that we not only like South Park, but we surprisingly need it.
Okay, yeah. How can you
So
really
there
argue
go,
with that?
top 11 favorite
Because
South
that's like
Park
a
episodes. Looking back,
huge cultural
kind of shocking
thing.
how smart it is. From a show that most people thought was just lowbrow garbage and crude childish humor, South Park has proven to be some great social satire, and purely on its own terms.
I'm sorry, where did
They're
that
the
gun
people
just
we
come
can
out of?
always rely
I know
on
we've already
to say the
we've
emperor
already seen
has
this.
no clothes. The people who won't be bought out or cave into any public opinion. The people who
Are they
won't
still
hold back
this
about
brutal
saying
today?
something about somebody
Or are
because
they
they're
like afraid of
they
being
might be on
canceled?
the show or they might be a sponsor. They have no fear because they have no cares. They talk about whatever they
Which is
think
good.
is funny and still manage to be relevant for 17 seasons and still going strong.
I think it's still
Maybe there
going
is more
on.
to South Park than just crude humor.
They're not the
Maybe
Simpsons.
it's proof that great comedy and art doesn't just come from freedom.
Which
but from
he talked about how
freedom
long
to
The
the
Simpsons
right
been going on.
people.
That video was
And
10
that
years
what
old.
the public claims as one day being beneath them or immature
That is
nonsense
Tally.
can the next day be claimed as some of the most blunt, straightforward, and brilliant satire that television has seen in years.
I don't think
Wouldn't you
there's.
agree?
I feel like. Oh, okay, or not. I feel like y'all can tell me the plot of a like makeup.
Fucking dickholes, you dirty, raping shit-eaters!
Oh.
Go outside into the sun and get laid!
Oh, okay.
I'm the nostalgia critic. I remember it so you didn't have to.
Thanks. I feel like y'all could tell me a plot of any South Park episode and tell me it's from South Park, and I would believe you because it sounds like nothing is off the table with them. It's Uncle Yo. Oh wait, is there gonna be a charity shout out? I think so. There's still gonna be like a minute afterwards. Osama bin Laden has farty pants. What a sentence. Okay, charity shout out. Only the best. Volume 4 DVD? What
You
do
ever
you mean?
wonder what would happen if the cinema snob turned into one of those pretentious filmmakers he makes fun of? The darkest recesses of my nightmares won't allow me to think about it, but luckily this film exists to show me what the outcome would be. It has
So wait,
sex,
did he-
murder,
What?
mayhem, and probably the biggest collection of bearded men since the Last Temptation of Christ. But is it on par with main writer and actor Brad Jones's other work?
Which is...
Well, he does keep his cat out of most of the shots. Let's get our freak on with Paranoia.
So he basically did a review of Cinema Snobs' movie that he made, and he included it on the Volume 4 DVD. Okay, that makes sense. The Awesome Store. I feel like that domain is probably worth a lot of money. Sometimes like domains can be worth a ton of money, especially if they're shorter. Like shorter domains, don't they like sell for like crazy amounts of money? So that was the top 11 South Park episodes. I'm not really sure which ones should have made it, which ones shouldn't have. I kind of agree with his logic for picking the first one though. Kind of like, you know, 9/11 in America changed a lot of things. A lot of things changed, like, from before to after 9/11. I was alive during 9/11. I remember it. One of my classmates, mom, actually died in 9/11. It's actually the only person from Greensboro that died in 9/11, which is super unfortunate. And come to find out, a couple years later, me and her had yearbook class together in high school. So that was wild. But yeah, I agree with the logic for the first one there. I don't really know how anybody can really go against it. Maybe if you're not American, maybe. But I feel like every like major nation has like had a situation kind of like that, regardless outside of America. Like you've had something similar that like just kind of like changed the culture of your country forever, and it really needed a laugh. So I definitely agree with the logic there. I'm not sure if there's just one that's more funny. This is just the top 11, not top 11 funniest, top 11 best written, top 11 anything. It was just the top 11, and I guess that's what we need at a time. Great video. Let me know what the next one should be. I hope you have one for us today, but until next video, take care and cue the music.